Welcome in, everybody, to a late night, disappointing edition of 410 Sports Talk. I'm James Haskell, along with my co-host Glenn Martin, and of course DK rocking with us even late at night. The Baltimore Ravens fall to the Detroit Lions. Final score 38-30.
Yep.
And it was an ugly one in a lot of ways. An unexpected one, I think, is unexpected is the word that Glenn used in our pregame here. We'll get into all of that. A lot of things to talk about. We're not going to take any time talking about anything else. Glenn, I'll let you start on this one. I feel like I started the last show. I have a lot of thoughts, but I'll let you kind of start where you would like.
Yeah. So going into this game, you could kind of try and predict which way it's going to go. And you think about a bunch of different scenarios in which you could see it happening. And I tell you, Jimbo, I didn't have this one on my bingo card. I didn't have the Lions come in here and absolutely punch our defense right in the mouth. And look, I knew that it would be a tough game losing Metabike, KVN, still not having Ricard. But I didn't think they would come in and absolutely push our defensive line around, bully us in the trenches on both sides of the football. Take us in our, this is our blackout game. This is a game where, we're at night in the bank. They're coming all the way from Detroit. And they just absolutely punked us in our own backyard, Jimbo. Punked us completely. I mean, I'm going to put it up on the screen here. I would have never anticipated with this run defense that even with the loss of Metabike, I thought we had enough talent on this defense to sustain to some degree to where we're not dealing with David Montgomery going 12 for 151, averaging 12 yards a carry with 2 tutties. And then another 22 carries goes to Gibbs for another 2 touchdowns. Jimbo, I would have never guessed they'd go for over 220, completely embarrass us physically, push us around, punk us in our own backyard. I mean, I didn't see it going like this, Jimbo. Not like this.
No, I'll tell you what, Glenn, it's one of those things where you realize it's hard to admit when you're wrong. It is hard to admit when you're wrong. And of course, like you said, Metabike was out. That's tough. Calvinoy was out. We might have been, isn't it Squints that says we've been going at this all wrong? Right? He's like, we've been doing this all wrong. We got to change strategy. He talks about the aerial attack,
Yeah.
Why are we building from the secondary first? Like, why? Who's our $100 million man on the edge? Like, look what their guys did on the edge today. Look, Aiden Hutchinson just came back from a shattered leg and made our offensive line look like what? I mean, goodness gracious, it was just so glaring to me. And I know Van Noy was out, but Van Noy is also not a savior. Mike Green is a rookie. And goodness gracious, like you can only expect so much of this guy. But man, when you go from Ajabo, Adafe, you name these guys and they've turned out to be duds and nothing. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everyone saying, is this Adafe's week? This is no one's week ever on the edge. When will it ever happen? How many times did Lamar get sacked? 6? 7? 7 times? How many times did we sack Jared Goff?
0.
0 times, Glenn. 0 times. I bet you right now you would trade our whole edge room for Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, yeah.
Our whole room. And not lose a wink of sleep.
No.
But guess what? Our secondary is great. Well, what has it gotten us? How many times? I mean, 41, 38. What else is there? I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. We've done this wrong. We're ass backwards. Pardon my French.
Yeah, it's not going to get any easier next week. Sean Pisker says, been saying, or isn't the guy sitting here and battling strep for them to lose? Terrible night. Oh, strep is the worst. I'd take the flu over strep. Strep is the worst. Hope you feel better, Sean. But yeah, I mean, look, a lot of question marks right now about Zach Orr and what his game plan is going into it. A lot of zone coverage was not effective. It just seems like we just played so damn soft, man. It's just frustrating. And then when you are bringing blitzes, guys are coming from a mile away. By the time they get there, the ball's out of his hands. I mean, it's just very frustrating by this defense to spend all that money, all that draft capital, have all them first-round picks up and down, only to see our guy Marlon, man, biting on play action, holding, grabbing. I mean, absolute dots being thrown right over his head to the waiting arms of St. Brown. Manny says, no Metabike or Van Noy. We need to overspend in a trade for help. Really tough night. Marlon held every play. Yes. Henry fumble tape out there. We're going to, you know what? We're going to get into that, but I think Calais Campbell needs to be the next call. I mean, this guy's still out there balling in Arizona where they're going nowhere fast. They need to bring in some help.
He needs to be our legend of the game.
Well, he needs to be a player of the game. We need to put him in there in the middle, in the center of this defense if Metabike is going to be out for long. But
I'm talking about Michael Pierce was legend of the game tonight.
Oh, right.
Anybody, call him up, dude. Put him in some pads. He's still 380,000 pounds.
Put a helmet on him.
Put him out there. He hasn't gone through the weight loss yet. Still got plenty of beef. Something. Goodness gracious. I'm losing my mind.
Let's see. Bobby Not Brown says, been saying it 2 years. Eagles gave everyone the blueprint. Trenches, trenches, trenches on both sides. We have neither. Doesn't matter what kind of money you throw at the skill guys. Yeah, I mean, it certainly shows that if you have a good offensive line, everything else kind of falls into place. And the same can be said on the defensive side. But the problem is we thought we had a good defensive line. We thought that was one of the real strengths of this defense, even with the absence. Look, I know Metabike is a $100 million guy, but Travis Jones is a pretty good ball player. Broderick Washington got a second contract here for a reason. You know, like John Jenkins been around the league a long time. Like, we don't have guys that could step in for a loss, like to not get embarrassed like this. It's unbelievable. So, it's almost like on the offense, okay, well, at least we expected that to some degree. On defense, we certainly did not. Board certified DJ says, worst O-line in the league. Solutions? Are there any, Jimbo?
Dude, I don't see any.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of offensive linemen running around.
I just think that maybe the play calling may need to change.
Something's got to change.
Because you need to anticipate 2 seconds. Lamar has any word with 2 syllables. If he tries to say Mississippi back there, he's done. Forget about it. So maybe from a play call perspective, that's the only thing I can think of right now. But, I mean, can we see Ben Cleveland, please? And it's not just him. I mean, certainly everyone was getting cooked tonight. You know, no one was safe.
Even Ronnie got, whew.
Yeah. But, you know, so I'm not saying it's just on Falele. A lot of nights, I think people would say that, but it was everyone. I mean, goodness gracious. This was like, remember that game we played against the Titans where we sacked Mariota 11 times?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what it felt like tonight.
Oh, dude. I've never seen a game where Lamar is being harassed like that 7 times. Quan said they better activate Keaton. I tell you that. I mean, look, Derrick Henry, he started off hot, had a great first drive, ends it with the touchdown run. But once again, he fumbles in a key part, backed up in our own territory in the fourth quarter, costing us a football game. We had the ball back down by 4. Who knows how that drive goes if he doesn't fumble the ball? And you know, you forgive you once for a fumble, but now this is 3 consecutive games in big moments.
Take the sleeves off, Derrick.
I was screaming it at the TV, Jimbo. You're right. Take the sleeves
off. Take them off, dude. You got them big ass arms. You can't hide the football in them.
Yeah, the skin is much grippier than that sleeve. That sleeve is slippery.
Right?
Slippery.
Like you look cool enough. You're 280 pounds playing running back. You already look cool.
Yeah.
Ravens O's Nation says, "What have you seen from this team that makes you think this January is going to be any different?"
No.
It's time to admit that we are the James Harden Rockets. It is so. Look, I don't even know if it's James Harden Rockets or not, but I understand your point. You know, Glenn, I took my trash out after the game, and there was a guy walking past my house, and he had a Raven shirt on. He was leaving his buddy's house, pretty clear, walking back to his house. And I almost said the painstaking phrase, "There's always next year." To him.
Oh.
And I didn't, but I seriously considered it. I'm that far off the deep end right now, Glenn. Like, the Ravens have no benefit. Like, what's the phrase? Give them I give them zero benefit of the doubt.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, look, to Ravens,
up front. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I haven't seen anything different. Yeah, he's right.
Up front is the problem. I say it all the time. You say it all the time. Anybody that watches football says it all the time. Like, look what happens to the Bungles. I mean, the reason their quarterback is injured is because they don't do this. And apparently we haven't done it either. We have to build from the inside out.
No doubt about it. Absolutely. I mean, look, they got 2 young guys on the inside. I think actually 3. Both their guards, I believe, are rookies, and didn't look like it tonight. Absolutely pushing our guys around. Brent Urban played a whole lot more snaps than he's used to, but he was getting bullied along with the rest of that defense. Roquan Smith had a comeback to earth game after last week's fantastic performance. Dominic Trottis says atrocious play calling, useless blitzes. Yes. Sending a cornerback from 40 yards away is never going to get there in time. And the same thing can be said with safeties.
Stupid.
You're blitzing a safety. He's 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage at the snap of the ball. There's no way he's going to get all the way to Jared Goff in time to make anything impactful happen. It's ridiculous. With bad offensive line, receivers running 15-plus yards, yes, with no short options. If you look at all the behind the camera or behind the overhead look behind Lamar when he was being sacked, there's nowhere for him to go with the ball. There's nowhere. There was no outlet for him to go. It's not even like you could go, dang, he didn't see his hot, or there was nowhere for him to go with the ball. Dominic's completely right. I don't get how we can't scheme properly. Goal line offense was pivotal. Oh, Jimbo, out our goal line. From the inch line, we have Derrick freaking Henry. Tez Walker almost did it again. And Derrick Henry, we can't find a way to execute from the inch line with Derrick freaking Henry.
I know. And look, a lot of people say we're certainly missing Patrick Ricard these days. I get it. Like we were missing 3 Pro Bowlers from this game. But you're right. You got 4 cracks at it what were we at? The 2? The 4? Did we start at the 4 and go to the 2?
Yeah, at one point we were like at the yard line, I thought.
Yeah, and I still don't think we saw Ben Cleveland. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like maybe put the 2 380-pounders out there. Do something. Just make it so Derrick can fall forward.
I mean, that's pathetic, dude. Tone said there is no consistent physicality on this team. We don't strike fear like we used to. We have good games, but Harbaugh holds us back.
Glenn, to his Harbaugh point, this is a really large can of worms here that I'm about to open up. You know how we drafted Lamar early enough to trade for Joe, and it made, we got some, Joe still had obviously tread left on the tires. Like we didn't wait till it was a year too late type thing.
Okay.
Oh, geez whiz. Who's the
Are you doing trade talks?
No. Who's Mike McDonald. I often wonder if we should have made that transition off of John to Mike McDonald sooner rather than later. And then he walked out to Seattle, right? Like that was running through my head today. Like, man, were we a year late? Anyway, big can of worms here, different conversation, but certainly John has a lot to do with this game. And with the defense playing as porous as they are, I think a lot about Mike McDonald these days.
Yeah, well, especially when you see him doing well in Seattle. That's not helping the cause of people who want to, stick up for John here. Corey C says, only got one thing to say, fire Zach Orr. Yeah, Zach Orr is going to be catching a lot of heat going into this week. I mean, you got embarrassed at home. During the blackout game on Monday Night Football with the whole world watching. Your defense got absolutely pushed around and embarrassed. Not smoke and mirrors, not a bunch of fancy, no. This was punch you in your mouth in your own home. And that's exactly what they did. You got to give them credit. Honestly, you really do. And they were ballsy. They went for it on 4th down in big situations. And honestly, I thought it was smart for them to do it when they did. And to their credit, they capitalized. Bro Flacco says, well, never win with a restarted a coach like Harbs. Yeah, we know what he's trying to say here. Yeah, he's not happy with Coach Harbaugh. Not at all. Appreciate the super chat. Ooh. Yeah,
I miss Mike Mack, man. Yeah, I'm with you, TX. I'm not going to try and say that, my man. It's dang near midnight, but thank you.
And it spoiled the Mark. Look, I said Mark Andrews would have a big game.
I know, and he did.
He had a big game. And look, we both picked the over on these two, I believe.
Yep. I think that happened in the first half.
and they went absolutely bonkers, just as predicted. Like we said, Tez almost had another touchdown Tez moment, gets tackled just shy, and we ultimately don't punch it in. Frustrating. DeAndre Hopkins almost had an opportunity, ends up picking picking up the interference call, setting us up on the 1 yard line. Tyler, shout out to nephew Tyler, says not a fan of the 3 offensive players who did stuff not getting the ball in the second half. Yeah. I mean, a complete, like, we did not really see much of Derrick Henry. I mean, in the second half, run nerds stats on teams winning when they run RB less than 5 times in the second half. Keeping Derrick Henry's hands cold is clearly bad. Yeah, I mean, he didn't get a whole lot of opportunities. We threw the ball a ton in the second half, no doubt about it. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating game plan, man.
Yeah. And even so speaking of the offensive game plan, it felt like for, I don't know, maybe a drive or 2 drives where Lamar, it was a drop and then it was back foot in the ground and he was letting the ball go. And I swear guys were incredibly open. And maybe this has to do with the context of the moment and the defense that they were up against. But, of course, he got sacked 6 times while running back and forth and kind of waddling in the backfield. So, like, I often ask myself, what was happening there? It could have just been what he was seeing, right? Like, what was happening there that was so different? Like, why so inconsistent? I mean, I think that there are moments where Monken will do things and then all of a sudden it works. So he's like, I'm bored. Like, let's try this. Let's pitch it to Derrick Henry so he can almost throw an interception.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know his passing stats were impressive throughout his career, but we have Lamar Jackson. Can we let him do the throwing on the team, please? Tommy G says team has no heart and no soul. Didn't look like it tonight. Certainly not on the defensive side of the ball. Just doesn't look like the Ravens anymore. Ridiculously down on this team right now. I don't have much left for this team. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Ravens fans it just doesn't look like the Ravens. Like, big moments, we never make big plays on defense, ever. In big moments, never. We haven't in years. And an organization that's used to having players like Ed Reed and Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs who did just that every seemingly big moment. It's hard to stomach as a Ravens fan to see our guys just in the biggest moments always seem to come up just short, especially on defense. Crazy. Like, you can't let David Montgomery look like the juggernaut out there, Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
Could not be tackled. It was unbelievable. We continue to allow the edge. It drives me crazy how often we give the edge up. It's just like we just give it right away. No problem. Here, take the edges. Our outside linebackers do nothing to stop. And even when they do force it out to the corners give up the edge. What the Flock says, I'm sorry, or needs to go. 2 years in a row, poor defense. Offense was pathetic. No clue how we gave up 13 yards of carry. Or needs to go. No blitz, no pressure. Let Chuck take over. Come on, man. Yeah, people are calling for it.
Yeah, can we talk about this? The fact that we could not get off the field on 3rd down.
Couldn't do it.
I mean, the 3rd down was, dude, I felt like it was a glitch. I was stuck in a glitch where it was like, okay, it's 3rd down, go to Laporta. Okay, it's 3rd down, let's go to Laporta. Okay, it's 3rd down, let's go. Guys, can we figure this out here? We could not get off the field on 3rd down. That was blowing my absolute mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And next week, week 4 is a battle of 2 mediocre teams.
It really is.
Who would have said that at the beginning of the season? You know? My goodness. Robbie Pate says, hashtag defund the defense. I don't know. Defund the secondary is what I say.
Yeah.
Gosh. Let's take some of that money and move it up front. Some of that draft capital and move it up front. You can have it all pro everywhere in the back end and get 40, 38, get lit up. Because you can't, just like you said, Glenn, you can't stop the run. They ain't stopping the run.
No.
Man,
I mean, pathetic.
Yeah, Tyler says rough one. It's got to be a coaching issue, right? Week 1, play amazing, lose. Week 2, play bad, score 40 and blow them out. Week 3, play bad, score 30, lose by 8. I think it's an everybody issue, Tyler. I'm going to be honest with you here. Like, I struggle. My biggest concern with the Ravens players, is I feel like they might be front runners. That's my concern, right? Like the guy that as soon as he gets passed up or something goes wrong, it's like his whole world falls out, from underneath him.
Speaking of world falling underneath of him, Jimbo, Derrick Henry looked like he was about to cry when he fumbled.
He did.
Like
legitimately
distraught.
Yeah.
That he fumbled that ball. Like,
yeah.
I was like, that dude, is he gonna it was no, but you're right. I think that was the toughest part to see is like, I mean, just looked like they took their pride from him, like just pushed him and bullied him, embarrassed him. Quan said paid all that money for the secondary to play soft. Yeah. I mean, don't forget, guys, the same Chuck Pagano everyone's calling for is the same guy who said that this is the most talented secondary he's ever been around. And they're getting I mean, look, he only had 200 yards passing, so it's not like he threw for 500 yards. But anytime they needed a third down, they got it.
Or a fourth down.
Yeah, or a fourth down. They got whatever the hell they wanted. And the only reason he only had 200 yards passing is because is because of this right here. It's because they did it all on the ground. They didn't need to throw the ball. He was still 20 of 28, had 0. We never got his jersey. His jersey, it looked like he just started the game. There was no grass marks on his entire jersey. I mean, it was.
I tell you what, that if John really wants to preserve his job, though, I think he's got to make a so as an example, he's got to say, okay, this will not happen, but he's got to say Orr's out, and they've got to make a change of defense, and there's got to be a material change in performance to say it was this. This was the source. Something, right? Because I don't think if the season continues to do this all year, we end up 500, fighting in the play, whatever. There's no way he lasts this year. There's zero chance in my mind. Because I think everybody agrees we're too talented. Too talented. Sorry, DK. Sorry, I didn't read Manny's super chat. My bad. I don't think Glenn did. No. Manny says, I wanted that Henry pass play ever since the Titans cooked in the playoffs. Never again. I don't see it again. Yeah, red zone offense is bad. Yeah. Bad. I just want to see Derrick Henry leaning forward, trying to smack his head on the goalpost.
That's it. And man, will it be nice to see Pat Ricard back out there if he ever gets back out there.
It's an Achilles, right?
It's definitely an Achilles. Like it's an Achilles.
They're just managing.
It's always this calf shit. It's always an Achilles. Yep. But back to Zach Orr, what is this? If you're not performing, you're not going to play. Where's this tough guy? Where are we going to see any changes? Because once again, the only time we don't give up is when we're playing a talentless offense led by. I mean, I shouldn't say, but certainly needs a lot of help in Cleveland. But every talented offense we've played, and so far it's been 2, they did whatever the hell they wanted against our defense. Whatever the hell they wanted. So yeah, I got serious concerns. Serious concerns on this defense, and I'm not so sure that a Pagano's change at DC will be enough to make a difference. I don't know. I mean, I'm down for a change, I tell you that, but I'm not so sure that that's going to get it done. God-like creation says, I truly believe Orr can't call plays like he wants to, but more like John wants him to. It's been a big difference between preseason and regular season. Well, there's always going to be a big difference between preseason and regular season, right? In preseason, they're calling the most vanilla plays, and in the regular season, they're actually game planning. So it's going to be different. But to your point, John certainly has his fingerprints on all parts of this team, and the defense probably bigger than the offense because he's a young coordinator.
Yeah.
So
it's always kind of leaned that way too with John, don't you think? Well, I think he's always leaned defensively. I feel in my mind, he's always skewed that way.
Maybe it's probably just judging on like the trust level he has with the coach, and if it's a veteran guy, he may just give him more leniency.
Because I think that's ultimately why him and Wink clashed. Because Wink was like, "Dude, stay out of my business, stay out of my backyard. Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Let me do my thing. I know how to do this." Like,
I'll tell you what, with this secondary, you'd think Wink will be a perfect person to have this defense, because you know what he'd be doing. He'd be putting guys all on islands. Of course, we saw Marlon a couple times on an island, and we love our guy, but man, Amon-Ra did what he does, man, and he took him to school, no doubt. CJ Lavender says, we've invested too much money and draft capital in the defense for our defense to look like this, or to look this awful. 100% right. Or has to go. Not giving Beeks and KVO will be the or not having Beeks and KVO will be the excuse, or KVN will be the excuse. We have no chance with this defense. Doesn't look like it, Jimbo. I mean, even our guy Malachi, man, he missed a big tackle, right? I mean, you got to come down, at least make contact. The guy completely whiffed on a Jahmyr Gibbs. I think it was Montgomery's run, the big run, the 70-yard run where Marlon ended up running him down. He looked bad on that play.
Yeah. Yeah, and to CJ's points, I think the only amendment I would make to this point is I just think we've potentially put too much draft capital and money in the wrong place on defense. Not that like that number needs to be lowered, but we just can't discount shop up front.
Yep.
We can't go to the freaking the clearance section of REI where they return the stuff after they use it and don't like it. Right, and get it 60% off and expect that it's maybe you can do that other positions. Doesn't work here. Week 3, that's the super chat. So are we overreacting? Is that what he's saying?
Maybe. I mean, 1-2 still 1-2, and you're going against the Chiefs in Arrowhead next week.
Yeah.
Followed by
Texans. They're not great, right? They're not great right now, the Chiefs, but they're still the Chiefs, and they're going to be at home.
And that team at home is a whole lot different than the team on the road. Kobe says Chuck P was probably hired as a sneaky pick to take over the defense if it doesn't work out with Orr. It looks like Orr can't scheme anything beyond a vanilla cover 3 or quarters. I mean, he certainly – I mean, I don't know if that's why Pagano was brought in, but that's an added bonus that you have now an additional experienced play caller on the defense if you did want to go down that route. But I don't think John thought that this is what was going to happen. I think John has a lot of confidence in him. And maybe too much loyalty. And maybe that's why we won't see a change midseason. I don't think we will. But damn, man, we cannot keep giving up. I mean, any good offense can just drop 40 on us.
40.
Just no problem.
Yep. It just is it's a shootout. I was already concerned when they stopped us in the first quarter. I think it was first quarter or early in it was certainly the first half. And I said, okay. Yeah. Now we've got the pressure is already on us to get the ball back, score, and then come out of the half and score again. Like, not that it's we can really double up here and get an advantage. No, we need to like dig out of a hole already because we're not going to stop them.
Right. Zero confidence.
Goodness gracious. Like I'm already doing the calculations in my head, right? Like trying to figure out because you simply cannot depend on a stop here. Kevin Johnson said we're banged up playing Chiefs. Talk me off the ledge. I don't know, man. I think we're all there.
Yeah.
I think we're all there, right? The only thing I can say to talk you off it is the AFC North doesn't look great.
Yeah, well, certainly the Bengals completely gave up with the injury to Burrow. So
yeah,
that is a good. You know what? That is a good point, Jimbo. That typically most years in the AFC North, if you start off 1-2, that's an uphill climb. But this year may be a little different. I mean, the Steelers,
because the Steelers are incredibly fraudulent.
They look like this typical fraudulent undefeated. Are they undefeated still at this point? No, they're 2-1. That's right.
2-1. But like they barely beat the Jets. And who did they beat this past week?
Barely beat them. It was who was it? I can't remember.
They weren't good.
No, they barely sneaked it out. I mean, the offense wasn't good. Tone the Virgo said, I won't ever say bench Henry, but where's Keaton? Maybe we should have some 2 running back set plays like
it was
the Lions.
The Patriots.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And why do we always roll out to the right on 4th and or 3rd and 4th down plays? Is too predictable. Yeah, we seem to like to get him running to his arm side and give him the option to scramble or throw. And they even with the quick alignment, the defense was able to sniff that out, no problem. But look, I've been wanting to see Keaton Mitchell. I get to some degree why they don't want to bring him out there. I'd also love to see that change of pace back, hit the backfield. But look, Rasheen Ali's doing his thing as a kick returner. Justice Hill is pass blocking like a monster, even though he pissed me off on that wheel route on 3rd down earlier in the drive or in the game where Lamar ended up overthrowing because he bails on the wheel route right as Lamar's releasing the ball and tries to make some cut inside. But I get why he's not playing. But at some point, man, I want to see what he's got, man, just to change of pace, just to find a way to get him on the field, Harbs. Find a way.
Yeah, something. Like, it's just not working as constituted. Kevin Johnson says, Pat being out hurts more than we realized I'm hurt. Yeah. I mean, for sure, he is the straw. He is the
I
straw
didn't think
man.
it was this important, but holy.
Yeah, well, especially with a lackluster offensive line, right?
Yeah, he isn't. He's proving to be incredibly important.
He might be our best guard.
Yeah, I think he is. My issue is that we have a weakness in both trenches. Line play wins games. When did we become the team chasing the shiny toy without a foundation? That's a good way to put it right there.
Better way. That's what I was trying to say, Asmodeus. You just said it 10 times better. So thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
I mean,
exactly right.
I guess we didn't learn when we saw Lamar winning in 2019 with a bunch of me and yous out there playing receiver for him because he had Marshall Yonda in the center of that defense and had a prime Ronnie Stanley man in the left side and a young Orlando Brown Jr. at right tackle where he should have been for the entirety of his career if he wasn't so arrogant. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Offensive line is what wins. Offense and defensive line is what wins games most of the time. And the turnover battle. Got to win the turnover battle. Tom Votto says turning point of the game was that 3rd and goal toss to Henry. We needed 1 yard and had 2 chances. Give the ball up the middle to Henry or tush push with Andrews. Stop at that 3 yard behind the line of scrimmage toss. Yeah, get this guy running forwards, not horizontal. I'm so tired of seeing he doesn't fall forwards when he's running sideways.
Yeah.
When he's running forward, he falls forward. Give him the ball running forwards, please.
Right. Yeah. Or goodness gracious, if you think that, I don't know, if you think that's a weakness in Derrick's game, well, then you got Ali. Like, put someone back there who you got faith in to do that. I'm not saying that is a weakness in Derrick's game. What I'm saying is if they feel like it is to the point where they need to do that, put someone behind you that can do that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would like to see us just go in and give the ball to Lamar and let him run it from the shotgun position.
Go ahead.
And let Derrick Henry be his lead blocker. Put him right next to him. Snap the ball right to Lamar. Let him be a lead blocker right in front. You can't tell me he can't push the ball for a half a yard.
Right. Yeah, board-certified DJ says if we don't score every drive, we lose. Or Harbaugh fired tonight, your choice. Ooh. I mean, I'm going to go or.
Yeah, I'm going to go or here.
But not by a lot.
But I don't think either one, or I don't see an in-season change, period. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I don't see it.
Ravens MO. I mean, we've done it in the past, but it's not. It's not. It's an anomaly.
Yeah.
When it happens. Harbaugh's been free Wi-Fi says Harbaugh's been on the hot seat for 10 years.
Seemingly.
Yeah.
Seemingly. But come on, man. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson ends up looking like it ends up having a really great stat line despite all the troubles we had. 21-27, 288, 3 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, once again, a 148. He continues to be the highest rated passer in NFL history, along with most rushing yards. That's not going to change. It looks like anytime soon. Godlike Creation says John has been getting rid of all the alpha energy on this team. The alpha stuff's back. Since we blew that lead in the Super Bowl, but still managed to win and replaced it with painted nails and Ugg boots. Oh, no. Oh, man. Look, I mean, I think we got some alphas on the team, but we just aren't good in the trench. I think it simply is that we're not good in the trenches and our play calling is questionable. I think that's kind of as simple as you can put it.
On both sides of the ball, the play calling is questionable. And just like you said, the line of scrimmage is questionable on both sides of the ball. It's definitely not just one.
I just didn't think it was like that on the D-line. I didn't think losing Metabike would mean we get absolutely bullied. Like I thought it would hurt more of our potential to pass rush from the interior losing him.
That's exactly what I thought. I wasn't overly concerned about the rush.
Yeah. Like I figured we still got Brody and Travis Jones and John Jenkins.
Enough to make it through one game.
Like at least don't get completely just punked. And that's what happened. Jaden said, wore my Marlon jersey just for him to play like that. Yeah, Marlon, look,
it sucks because he had some moments. He had some good moments in this game.
He did, but he had a lot of moments where he was right in the picture to get shit on. And we saw Amon-Ra, man. Whew. That dude can play. Yeah. He can play. And I tell you, Jared Goff hit him on some, I mean, he dropped it in the bucket a few times. Kobe says the check engine light is on for this team. It looks like they lack the heart and drive to win. We're going to waste another generational Lamar year because of loyalty to Harbs that gets carried by talent. Oof. But you know what? At the same time, though, guys, isn't this the same roster that we were just saying is the best roster in football, or at least challenges the Eagles for
That's
that
why I
title.
said it's hard to be wrong, man. It is hard to be wrong. For me, anyway, it's hard to be wrong. But yeah, I know I was saying that. I know tons of people were saying that, and
so I mean, if that roster is good, then it's got to be completely on the coaching. If the roster is that good, or we were wrong about the roster, that's I guess the only two choices.
I feel wrong about the roster and wrong about the coaching.
It's both are bad. Roster stinks. Look,
Everybody
sucks, EDC sucks. John sucks. Everybody sucks.
Y'all suck. Kobe says we need a legit pass rusher. Yeah. Always once again proven he feasts on lower competition and disappears against good teams. He had a big play at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, big tackle for loss. He
shook that guy and was shocked. He was in absolute shock that he was in position to make a play. If you go watch that again, he was shocked out of his mind.
Didn't look. Yeah, you're right. He didn't look like he knew what to do.
No, he didn't. Nope.
Look at this, though. Look at this. Look at this side of the stats here. The sacks, the tackles for loss, like 4 total. Pass deflections, 1 as a team total. Look at our QB hits. 5. Like, defense. Pathetic. Yeah. Absolutely pathetic. Embarrassing performance by the defense. I don't know what Zach Orr, I don't know how he sleeps tonight. New Era 8. This would have never been. Hold on. This would have been an Ardarius game. Oh, so I guess it's saying if Ardarius was healthy, Ardarius would have been the one making plays. I mean, look, it'd be nice to have him out there. It certainly would. I think maybe we're seeing that he was maybe more important than we gave him credit for, Jimbo. Like we were talking about, it's Zach Orr, it's this and that. The big thing that's missing is Ardarius from that secondary. Maybe he was even more important than we thought. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Hey, I believe this is right. Guess how much we pay in secondary? How much goes to our secondary in 2025?
In our secondary, 60 mil?
No, it's not that bad.
Okay. How much?
47.5.
And then imagine next year when the books start getting hit by Kyle Hamilton.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that there's 5 first-round picks. Like, that's insane. In one secondary, that's absolutely insane. Manny says the Ravens have scored 111 points this season, the most through 3 games by a team with a losing record in NFL history. If that doesn't tell you this defense has got a problem, like, thanks for the super chat, Manny. I mean,
yeah,
you can't score that many points and be 1-2. Like,
yeah,
it's not good. It's pathetic.
Yeah, this is embarrassing. Tom Votto says takeaways: 1, we got out physicality on both sides of the ball. We got out physical on both sides of the ball where we usually are the bullies, and now we are getting bullied. I think we agree. Number 2, fumbles. 3 fumbles in 3 games with Henry is starting to be a trend, and he's fumbling in key moments. Yeah. Number 4, Lamar throw the ball away. Yeah, it's hard to disagree with any of that, Tom. It is hard, and it's the blessing and the curse of Lamar Jackson, but context matters, Lamar. Like, if you can say anything negative about Lamar, it's that. It's like, learn to fight another play, dude. Lose the battle.
I get why it's tough, because he's standing there, and there's nowhere for him to go with the ball. And he's just, like, trying to buy somebody get open. It's just, but to your point, like, it almost, when Joe would do it, it almost looked too easy for him to just go, all right, we're done on this play, fight another play, and just throw it away. I'm like, damn it, Joe.
Like, right. Joe, like, do something, dude.
Try a little harder. And then Lamar's kind of like the other end of that, where he tries so hard to not just give up on the play that sometimes bad things happen, like we saw with the fumble. There's no doubt about it, but appreciate the super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
And the generosity there. Kobe says the crime of not starting Ben Cleveland over Daniel Fale needs to be investigated.
Hey, it's not like lighting the world on fire. This whole offensive line is under fire right now, right? Like,
Voorhees has been struggling. Yeah.
So I understand. I agree with you, Kobe, but no one gets a pass. Like, no one up there. Jersey. The only one that has any of my sympathy is is Tyler Linderbaum, who clearly had an injury early on in that game and played through it.
Yep. I agree.
Jersey Mike to 2052 says, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis. Okay, now I get it. 22 needs more I formation downhill stop shotgun runs. Yeah, that's fair.
It'd be nice to see that guy hitting. What'd they say? He was second fastest average miles per hour.
Yeah, 11 and a quarter is what I think he ran by the time he hit the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's hard to do that when you're running sideways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Tom Votto says losing Pierce may be bigger loss than we thought. He would clog up 2 rushing lanes. Yeah. Is he sure? Like, because is he sure he's done? Because I think we might need to
please
throw a couple dollars.
I don't know if you saw him coming out of the tunnel, Glenn.
Yeah, he didn't lose the weight like you see some of these guys.
He has not started the weight loss journey yet.
No, not yet. He's coming, I'm sure. I'm sure it's right around the corner. Yeah, let's see.
OJ Pimp season 22 says bums.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy.
Or he's calling us bums and he's not a Ravens fan.
Yeah, maybe. It could be that. It could be that. We could have a troll.
Thanks, DK.
Yeah, where's our screening? You need to screen.
Oh boy, now we're censoring.
Marcus, or we might not make the playoffs, boys. No D. Yeah, I think that's a very real possibility. You can consider we're only 3 games into this tough 6-game stretch.
Yep.
And it's not like we don't have division matchups other than these. Like, we got serious games all up and down the schedule. We got tough matchups. Jimbo, were you expecting to see after the hot start to Zay Flowers him to just get 3 targets and only end up with 2 catches for 13 yards?
It was weird. It was certainly weird. I do think that the offense has enough weapons to where that may happen. I mean, we kind of saw that with Mark in the first 2 weeks, and then look what happened tonight, right? I think it's just a matter of taking what the defense gives you, but it was still nonetheless surprising. Definitely. Not concerning, though. At least that part of it I'm not overly concerned about. There's plenty for me to be concerned about outside of that, I guess what I would say. Tavon Nelson says, without Beaks, everyone is going to run on us. Absolutely no pass rush. Trade deadline will be big. Will be hard to watch. Talk shows tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shake my dang head. Well, yeah. I'm not indulging in any of those tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be skipping the get-ups and the first takes tomorrow. I don't need to hear them talk about, once again, how our defense, no matter how much we pay and how much we spend on the secondary, they did whatever the hell they wanted.
Eric's
toyed with us.
Yeah, Eric's a really smart guy. He has to know that the way that football is refereed today, like,
yeah,
there's more values to your dollar up. There's more value to your dollar up front than there's in secondary. Don't you agree?
But it just doesn't seem like he agrees. Like,
I guess
he
not.
continues to let that side be neglected, it seems like. And then even in the draft, when we're like, throw more capital at it, we didn't really see much even in the draft being committed to the offense or defensive lines. I mean,
and that's the one, like, Eric is a value bargain hunter. Maybe he just feels like getting that aggressive or making that move or paying that X amount of, Micah Parsons, whatever, just something about it he doesn't agree with,
One thing we got to get, my old man said it watching this offensive line. He said, these boys ain't got no snarl in them. That's what he said. They got no snarl in them. And he's right. Like, he's used to seeing guys getting driven into the dirt and then they jump on top of you anyway. When you're already down, they put you right through the dirt. We don't have any of those mean guys up front. We need some nasty up front, man.
In a lot of places.
Yeah. Like, get a little ugly in there, man.
Yeah.
I saw somebody say on Twitter, we're gonna have to go out and sign Tickles, dude. We're gonna have to go pick up. We have to go get Christian Wilkins old Tickles.
Oh my gosh. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, right?
It'll at least scare somebody down there, bro.
See a quarterback get sacked and get up real quick. Get back up real quick.
Tickle.
And look like they're woke from the dead. Woo!
They might have to kick the tires on Christian Wilkins, man.
Hey, man, whatever you got to do.
That's right. That's right.
DK, we got more super chats? Are we up to date? We're good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us.
Yeah. Don't be kissing nobody if we bring you in here, Christian. Don't be doing it, dude. Don't kiss Lamar. I don't care how good his hair looks. Don't kiss him.
Lamar, let's get the braids back, my man. It's bad luck, dude.
I liked it.
Oh, I think it looked awesome.
Yeah, it must be bad luck.
It's bad luck.
It did look good, dude.
Yeah, I liked it, man.
Yeah. He looked like Pinky from was it Friday After Next? Didn't he have the I don't know. But anyway, look, guys, we got to bounce back next week. I don't know. The good news is, like Jimmy said, Chiefs they don't look like the Chiefs as of right now. Like they look like a shell of themselves. And so hopefully we can get a big road win, because if they're coming back here 1-3, even though it is the Texans who don't look like world beaters, it's still, it's still a team that's going to look to bury us. And so, but that's it for us tonight. We'll be back early in the week to continue to kind of recap this and then start to turn the page to next week against the Chiefs, now on a short week. But that's it for us tonight, folks. Get some sleep, and we'll talk soon.
See you.